Back in 1984, Debra Bonde quickly realized that Braille materials were very scarce and also very expensive. So she decided her goals would be to increase the availability as well as lower the cost of Braille books for children in order to promote their literacy skills and the love of reading. Back in 1985, the first year of book production, she made 221 books in her basement office. By 1990, Seedlings was producing 5,000 books per year, which precipitated its move out of her basement into the Bentley Center right here in Livonia, and eventually to her present location on Farmington Road in Livonia. Last year, with a small staff and a group of loyal volunteers, Seedlings produced over 23,000 Braille books and articles with a grand total of 394,000 since 1984, equaling over 18 million pages of Braille. Ladies and gentlemen, Debra Bonde.
Wow, thank you so much for this wonderful award and for this lovely banquet and for the opportunity to meet such amazing people here tonight. I shouldn't be nervous. I'm in front of all these wonderful Santas, right? But I am. Yeah, Seedlings was definitely based on a love for children, very dear to my heart. I think changing sports, Sparky Anderson said, you know, the most important thing you can do in the world is to help a child, and that's what we believe. But we are also based Seedlings on a love for reading and a love of books. All of us who work there love to read, and we are convinced that if you give a child the gift of reading, you give them the key to success. I mean, and particularly for blind children, the books are the windows to their world, and it's so very important. But Seedlings was also based on kind of a sense of fairness. My sighted daughters had hundreds of books, and they had access to thousands of free books at the library. And when I found out that blind children really didn't have that, that books were scarce, and if you could find them, they were so expensive, like $100 for a Hardy Boys book. That just seemed wrong to me. That hurt me. And I wanted to do something about it. But I'll tell you a behind-the-scenes reason of why I started Seedlings, and that was that I really feel that our job on earth is to help other people. But I was so extremely shy that I could not fathom the idea of being in any of the helping professions. And so when I heard about this need for Braille, I thought, perfect. You know, I can make these Braille books in my basement and send them off and help people without having to talk to anybody. It didn't work out that way. But I think God kind of works that way, doesn't he? It's kind of a, yeah, we'll trick you into believing that that's the way it's going to work, but it's not. But it really was entirely a group effort from the very beginning. Starting with my dad, who made our very first Braille printer, to all the hundreds and hundreds of volunteers and donors who make Seedlings possible, and to, of course, the children themselves, who are so dear. So on behalf of that group, I accept this beautiful award, and we will put it in a very special place in our office, which I wanted to tell you, Santas, we're just a couple miles away on Farmington Road. If you ever find that you need a Braille book for one of the children, we've got it for you. And seriously, if anybody else locally wants to come visit, we'd be glad and we'd be honored to show you what we do over there on Farmington Road. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I wish all of you well in all of the good work you do, making the world a little bit better place. Thank you.